Wednesday, July the 6th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. And let's start things off with a look back at how things looked as I'm cutting the video during the 5 o'clock hour this morning. This is the Avalon Pier web camera along the North Carolina Outer Banks as we approached sunrise early this morning. Very nice looking start to the day, but very warm and humid. 76 degrees there at Kill Devil Hills with a dew point at 72. Another hot and humid day across the region yesterday. There's the highs across the eastern part of the United States. Let's focus here on the Carolinas. 103 in Columbia, 95 in Charlotte and Raleigh and Greenville, 97 in Fayetteville, Wilmington, 96 degrees. It was low and mid 90s around the entire Triad viewing area, including 95 in Asheboro and Burlington, and just a hot day around the Charlotte region, too. How about 99 in Wadesboro and 98 in Monroe? Very, very humid conditions, just oppressive levels of humidity as we went through our Tuesday, too. Kind of a neat visible satellite image here. You can notice some of these big outflow boundaries across portions of the region. Rumbling on through, and that it's like dropping a rock in a pond as you get those ripples heading out from initial thunderstorms. They fire off more storms as they propagate outward, and that's the kind of pattern we are in and remain in here for the next day or two. There's your 5 o'clock hour temperatures, warm and humid. Dew points, they are way up there still, 70 or better, still in a lot of spots across the region this morning. So this was the radar as we went through yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening. We had a pretty mean line of thunderstorms develop out of the mountains and then work eastward through a lot of the rest of North Carolina. The roughest stuff around the Triad viewing area from Davie County into Randolph and Davidson counties. And you went down into the Charlotte metro area and you had some pretty rough stuff in various locations in the viewing area. And a lot of wind damage reports associated with this activity yesterday. And again, I'll just highlight some of the reports. Around parts of Davidson County, a couple of reports of some trees down there during the 4 o'clock hour. Multiple reports of trees down in the 5 o'clock hour through Randolph County yesterday. I'll go further to the west here. We'll pick up some of these reports, such as right around Salisbury, had some wind damage there with some trees and power lines down during the 4 o'clock hour. And around parts of Gaston and Mecklenburg counties had numerous issues with some tree and power line type of damage. In Gastonia at 3 o'clock hour, Modena Street and East Harrison had a large tree down there around Charlotte, Park Road, and Princeton Avenue. A lot of those types of reports with the activity yesterday. Now, as far as your Wednesday is concerned, a heat advisory still in effect for northeastern South Carolina and southeastern North Carolina, including the areas around Myrtle Beach and Wilmington for this afternoon. Now, over the past couple of hours, the radar quiet over most of the Carolinas, but we do have some showers and a couple of early morning thunderstorms back in the Tennessee Valley. That disturbance heading our way. Also, very, very active conditions in the Midwest, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana. Pretty mean line of storms up that way. Some pretty nasty storms into parts of Kansas as well. Those disturbances kind of heading in our direction, too. So as we go through the afternoon, scattered thunderstorms on the way. And notice this upper Midwest activity. We'll see how that behaves. I think that probably winds up playing a role in our weather tomorrow. So here's the high-resolution modeling showing that scattering of thunderstorms, and it could get going a little earlier than we've seen the past couple of days this afternoon. Maybe by 1, 2 o'clock, some of those scattered storms popping. Greatest severe weather threat definitely focused in the plain states, but as we have seen the past couple of days, any storm could produce some damaging gusts of wind. Highs this afternoon, hot and steamy. As we move forward into tomorrow, again, you notice this disturbance rolling in, and that tries to produce a line of storms tomorrow afternoon. Pretty hot day otherwise across the region, and then the heat really builds. We see a decrease in the thunderstorms for Friday, just a few isolated storms a possibility, and look at these highs on Friday afternoon. Saturday, very much the same. There's your Saturday highs. Now, when you factor the humidity into the equation, here are some potential heat index values. There's Thursday, but then look at Friday afternoon's heat index values. And again, Saturday, very much the same. So a very hot, humid weather setup, especially focused around Friday and Saturday. The heat maybe backs down a touch. There's Sunday's highs, and the decrease in the heat continues to some extent early next work week. Tropics, quiet, Gulf of Mexico, very little going on. Through the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, same deal. This little tropical waves now moving into the Turks and Caicos this morning, but again, no sign of any tropical development there. Here's our upper level pattern for today. Just a lot of heat across the southeastern part of the country. Let me step you through the GFS model quickly before I wrap up the video. As we go through the afternoon, there's a chance of some scattered storms today. There's tomorrow afternoon and then tomorrow evening. Again, some scattered storms a possibility. But then a real decrease in the rain chances for Friday and Saturday. There's Friday and there's Saturday, and that's when the heat will build. I fully expect some Piedmont heat advisories to be required Friday and Saturday in many spots across the region. Now you get out into Sunday, I'll maintain a dry forecast, but there certainly could be a couple storms out there. And certainly as we get into Monday, there's Sunday evening, and then as we get into Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, that chance back with us of at least a few afternoon storms. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Everybody stay cool, have a great day, and God bless.